So on a recent video of mine, one of you had requested something along the lines of my favorite like winter moisturizers, I think it was, or like super hydrating moisturizers, or I think it might have just been winter moisturizers. And I thought that was a good idea because I've got a lot of a few really great winter moisturizer options. But then I sort of decided to take this to the next level, and I've sort of made this my top winter hydration picks for skin and body, for face and body, because it's all your skin, but for face and body. So I've got picks, I've got cleansers, I've got moisturizers, I've got hydrating mists, I've got serums, masks. These are the top my top winter hydrating picks. So these are the things that I'm going to be using all winter long. I mean, I've used them before, obviously. I've used them in the summer, but I find that they're going to be really great in the winter especially. Now, in Arizona, it doesn't get super cold. It doesn't freeze, there's no snow, at least not in Phoenix. I mean, Flagstaff, it's different. North of where I live, it's a little bit different. It does get a lot colder and it does snow, so the air is a little bit different up there. And of course, these are going to be my picks for this kind of climate. But I do think that these will also be very successful no matter what your skin type, no matter where you live. And I'm trying to do this with Oliver here. We had a very late start to the day. If I take the time to put him down for a nap and try to come back, the sun will be gone. So we're just going to try to do this as best we can with my very obnoxious toddler. He's not obnoxious, he's cute. And I have sort of done this in mostly threes, because I was trying to pick like 1 or 2 products for each thing, and then I realized that I would have like 3 for one for another, and it just sort of like made me a little bit crazy. Oh, this isn't a pick, this is my lipstick that I'm wearing, which is All Natural. There's Sustain in Terracotta. I really like it. I'm also wearing Gilded Sunset on the cheeks. Yes, anyway. So yeah, that's my lipstick today. I'll link it down below in case you're interested. So let's try to do this. So let's start with cleanser. So I've got 3 cleanser picks. I've got an oil, a balm, and then like a traditional cleanser. I think that these should work very well for the majority of skin types. I've got a combination, acne prone. I've got like a pretty decent sized breakout going on right now. Last week I decided to eat 10 donuts over the span of like 2 days, which was a mistake. Don't ask me why I did that, but I need to not do that ever again. It took a couple of days, but my breakout was a little bit delayed, and it's finally hitting me now. So these should work, I would think, on all skin types, especially the oil. I'm pretty sure that these should work on the majority of skin types. So the cleanser that I've got first is the Osya Ocean Cleanser. Now it'll look like I haven't used this because I haven't used this bottle, but I did go through an entire 1 ounce trial size of this and then purchased the full size because I really, really liked it. It says it's for dry, normal, and combo skin, which I find that it's not drying, it's not stripping. It does a really good moisturizing and nurturing the skin. I really, really like it, so I did pick up a full size of it. They do have a cleansing milk that I think is for more dry or sensitive skin, and then they've got a cleansing mud, which I do not suggest if you have got sensitive skin. It has a lot of like menthol properties because it's made with, there's peppermint essential oils in it, and it's very like cooling and reactive on the skin. So the one that I would suggest that should be good for all skin types is the Ocean Cleanser. I really, really like this one. It's one that I'm going to be using all winter long. So, and then I have a cleansing balm and a cleansing oil. The cleansing balm, you guys know that I love this. It's the Mahalo Unveil. Again, I do think that this would work, that it works well for most skin types. And the reason I like it so much, especially in the winter, is because it is very, it's not only exfoliating, but it's like nurturing. It leaves your skin soft and hydrated and exfoliated and smooth. On the plus side, you also only need this as like a 1 cleanse type of product. There's no like double cleansing needed with this. It removes makeup completely with 1 cleanse. You do not need to go back in with a second cleanse. It just removes everything upon first application. So the Unveil is the second winter cleanse that I would recommend, and then the third is an oil cleanse if you prefer like an oil over a traditional cleanser. I'm really, really loving the H is for Love Rafa Harmonizing Oil Cleanser. This one came in the most recent Boxwalla box, but I just absolutely love this one. The scent of it is beautiful. It leaves my skin very nourished and soft. Again, that's going to be sort of like a theme with all of these products, is it's going to leave your skin very nourished and soft. And I think that if you prefer an oil cleanser over, say, like a balm or a liquid type cleanser, like a gel cleanser. This one is sort of like a cross between a gel and a lotion. It's not really either one. If you prefer a oil to those kinds of cleansers, the Rafa I think will be a good choice. So those are my 3 top winter picks for cleansers. So I don't really know what steps to go in, but let's go with masks next. My favorite category. Again, I've got 3 picks that I think will be great for no matter what your skin type is for the winter, and they're all really, really hydrating. So I didn't pick anything that was sort of like detoxifying, even though I'm finding that I need detoxification right now, but I'm preferring hydrating masks. So I really need to find like a detoxifying but at the same time like hydrating and nourishing mask. The bean from Mahalo sort of fits that category, but I find that I don't, you know, I guess that one could have made it in here, the bean from Mahalo, but I decided to focus mostly on hydrating, or only on hydrating masks. These 3 are really, really amazing at smoothing and hydrating and plumping and moisturizing and nourishing. So first we've got the Natural Logic Luna mask. I did a whole mask and chat on this, but this is like a super, super hydrating mask. I left it on, it says to leave it on for 45 minutes, and I tend to leave it on at least 45 minutes to an hour. And I left it on for like an hour one day, and then I washed it off, and you know, because Oliver keeps me insanely busy and I don't have time to do anything for myself, it's a miracle I managed to put makeup on this morning and take a shower. But I took my mask off that day, and then I didn't do any of my other skincare. But my skin was hydrated and balanced the whole rest of the day without even doing like my moisturizers or my serums or anything like that. So if you are anything like me and you end up like half doing your skincare most of the time, you don't get to do the rest of it, the Luna is actually perfect for that. This is an older version. The newer version that she's got for sale right now is a different color. It's a little bit runnier of its consistency, and it's a lighter in color. But this is the one that I'm using, the little bit older version. But this is an amazing moisturizing mask, as well as being like a super antioxidant and probiotic mask. So I like that one. I do have a coupon code for anything you want to shop Natural Logic, and she will be having a 20% off Black Friday sale. I know that. So my coupon code is 15%, and her Black Friday sale, which will start on Friday, I believe. Well, yeah, Black Friday, will be 20%. So I would suggest picking one of these up. I love the entire Natural Logic line, as you'll see at least one more time, as you will see in this collection of products here. But she makes really amazing products, and definitely the Luna if you're looking for something different and unique. There's no other red wine masks that I'm aware of, though I think one of you commented on that video and told me that there was another red wine mask out there, but now I can't remember what it is. My other 2 favorites in the moisturizing category is the Kachina Moisture Mask. This one is a little bit newer to my collection, but I am already like really loving it. This mask is one that you definitely don't even have to wash off. You can put it on at the end of the night, and it will sink into your skin, and then once it's like all sunken in, you just sort of like massage in the excess, and then that's it. And it's super hydrating, it's super moisturizing, it's beautiful. I really, really love it, and it smells really good, it feels really nice on the skin. It's a great moisturizing mask, especially one that you don't even have to like rinse off or anything like that. I did just recently get the detox box, the detox market box that had the Josh Rosebrook products in it. If it's still available, I'll link it down below, but that one came with the Hydrating Accelerator and his new Hydrating Moisture Mask. I haven't tried the Josh Hydrating Mask yet, but everybody raves about it, so that would be another option as well. If you have tried it, or if that's something that you want to try. And the Detox Market box is only $50, and I think it came with 2 full-size Josh Rosebrook products. I forget the exact amount. It was like $100 value or something like that. But I did pick that one up because I wanted, I needed another full-size Hydrating Accelerator, and then I wanted to try that moisture mask. So the last one that I've got is the Skin Owl Maqui Berry Whip. I love this. This was first featured in the Beauty Heroes box that came with the Maqui drops, which I also love. I love doing the Maqui drops and then the whip on top as sort of like an overnight mask and moisturizer, because this is super, super hydrating. That's the only way that I like to use this, is as an overnight moisturizer. I don't use it as a primer, and I don't use it as like a mask that you take off. I only use it at night as the very last step in my skincare. I'll layer on like a thick layer so it's not absorbed completely right away, but when I wake up in the morning, my skin is like moisturized and plump and balanced, and I have found that the Maqui berry drops, or the Maqui line, I guess, the Maqui drops and the Maqui berry whip have done like amazing things for my acne. And if you missed out on that box and you really want to try the Maqui berry drops, the December Pearlesque box is actually going to feature a full-size bottle of the Maqui berry drops as well. So I will leave the link and my coupon code that I've got down for that down below in case you missed that box and you just want to try the Maqui berry drops. The other product in that box is the eye cream. It's like a trial size of the eye cream, but even just for the drops, that's a great box to get. So that is masks. So I guess let's talk hydrosols. So I've got one that I'm going to feel a little bit bad mentioning because you can't buy it anymore, and I'm nearing the end of my bottle, and I'm going to be extremely sad when it's gone because I've been using it every single day and I just love this. But it's the Mahalo Heart of Summer. It's their botanical facial mist that she came out with in the summer. This is amazing at hydrating the skin. I put this on over top all of my serums and oils. It leaves the skin super hydrated and like, ugh, I just love this. I wish this was permanent. In the beginning, I wasn't too crazy about the scent, but it's like super grown on me. It's different because it's not essential oil based. It's just made with distillates of botanicals, so it's going to have a different scent than say like lavender essential oil versus lavender distillate. So I think most people were a little surprised by that, and I was too as well. I was not expecting it to smell the way that it did, but the effects of it definitely offset the scent of it, and I hope that she releases this again next year for the summer because it's beautiful. I love it. I wish I had bought a backup bottle, but I didn't. But 3 other options that are really great at hydrating I have found. Of course, the Josh Roseberg Hydrating Accelerator. This is amazing. I use this in the same way that I use the Heart of Summer. So when I ran out of this originally, I was using the Heart of Summer where I would have used this. So I use this on top of all of my serums, all of my oils to sort of like make everything sort of like set and sink in. So I really love that. 2 other really great ones are the Leilani Balancing Toner. This one is the Bohemian Ruby. This one is designed more for dry skin, so I find that I reach for this one when I want when I want a more moisturizing feel than the Citrus and Citrine one, which is made more for oily skin. So this one feels sort of like the same way as the Heart of Summer one does, but I think the scent of this one is a little bit more appealing, I would think, to most people than the Heart of Summer, but I love both. I think the Heart of Summer actually is more moisturizing, but this is one that I reach for when my skin is feeling a little bit dry. So the last one I've got is the Calyx Collective. This is their Mist Revive Lavender Hydrosol. It's hydrating and soothing, and it's just lavender distillate. So I have been like really loving this lately. This one and the oil, their Glow oil, has been a favorite. I've been using it in my morning and night routines. But I found that not only is this one really great for hydrating, it's great at reducing inflammation. So when I'm having like a flare-up, before I put on my spa treatment, like after like a deep cleansing mask, things like that, I will use this. And it's another beautiful, I can miss myself all day. It's another beautiful like hydrating hydrosol. As the name suggests, I really, really like it. I just have really been enjoying these mists, especially now that it's started to get, I mean, it's not cold here yet. The nights are a little bit cooler, but during the day it's like still mid 80s. The nights, I think, the lowest we've gotten down to so far is like 48. So not terrible, but it's not, you know. I know in some parts of the country it's like already snowing, so these are the things that have worked for me so far. And so let's talk about serums next. I definitely think in the winter, a hydrating or hyaluronic serum is especially essential. I use these all year round, but I definitely find that in the winter, they make like the greatest difference in my skin because my skin, it stays hydrated longer than if I don't wear them. So I think that it's beneficial to have a hyaluronic acid serum all year round, like I was just saying, but especially in the winter, if you are someone who's got more dry skin especially, if you've never used a hyaluronic serum, definitely add one in because I think that it would make a pretty big difference in your skin. So the 3 that I have been liking, I've talked about the what is it, the Provice Nutrient Tonic a ton of times. That's not one that I'm using right now, but I have gone through 3 bottles of that, so that is one that I would recommend. I'll still leave that one linked down below. But 3 that I've been using lately that I've really, really been enjoying. I find that these are a thicker of a consistency. The Provice one is more of like a water a water-like consistency. These three especially are sort of almost like more gel-like. So they're almost a little bit more hydrating. So I've got the Osya Hyaluronic Sea Serum. I've really been liking this one especially. I think this one is probably my favorite of the three. This one does a really great job hydrating and smoothing. They're all going to pretty much do the same thing, but I find that this one is the most effective of the three and that I enjoy using the most. So again, this one's the Osya Hyaluronic Sea Serum. The other one that I've been playing around with is the 12 Ideal Moisture Level Serum. I really have been liking this one as well, but again, probably not as much as the Osya one. I find that one is the most hydrating and it sinks in the quickest. This one is like a little bit of a thicker consistency than the other one. So I find it takes a little bit longer to sink in, but it still gives me the same hydrated, plump feeling. This one is the most affordable, but I've only been playing with this one around a little bit. It's newer to my collection, but I wanted to give this one as sort of like a more affordable option because the other two are in the higher, like, they're over $50. This one is, I think, $28 if I'm not mistaken. So I did want to give sort of like an affordable option to offset the other two, but I haven't used this one enough to gather my complete thoughts on it. I did use this one today. So it does give sort of the same effect of, it's like hydrating and smoothing, but I find it a little bit less so than the other two, but I think that this is still a good option. One that I know a lot of people rave about that is in the more affordable arena is the Jordan Samuel one. I do have that one, but I haven't used it yet, so I can't speak to that one. But that one would be another one that you could check out because it is another hyaluronic hydrating serum that is a little bit thicker. I think it's on par with this one, but I think this one actually has less ingredients. This one is like green tea and aloe. So it is great for soothing and inflammation, and I did find that it helped with inflammation today, but in terms of hydrating, I'll have to keep you updated. But that is one to check out if you're looking for a more budget-friendly option, because the other two are not. This one sort of borders on a cross between a serum and a moisturizer, so I still wanted to throw it in. It isn't available right now, but I'm pretty sure she's bringing it back. So I was hesitant to talk about this one as well, but it was the Clean Living Collection Aloe Glow. I think she's had to rebrand because of something that happened, but I think she's renamed herself Treat Body Inc. or something like that. If I'm incorrect, I'll leave the correct link or the correct name here or down below. And I'm pretty sure, I hope she brings this back because I really love this product, but this is the Aloe Glow with turmeric and frankincense. It brightens and softens complexion, leaving the skin ultra hydrated and radiant, and I definitely find that it leaves my skin very like glowy when I use it and very hydrated. So I did use this on top of this serum today, and it gave me sort of like the effect of this on its own. So I think even still this combo is like more budget friendly than say like this one, but again, she's not offering this one for sale right now, so I don't remember the exact price of it, but I still think it's less than the Osya one. But I still do really like the Osya one, especially for one-step serum. But I really like this. This was included in my current skincare obsessions back in July. I thought about doing another one of those, but we're coming up towards the end of the year, and I'm just going to be doing my 2017 favorites. So I'll have to resume, like, you know, current skincare obsessions next year. But that one was sort of borderline between a serum and a moisturizer. I sort of use it as both, but then I also use a serum underneath it, but then I also put a moisturizer on top of it. So it's a lot of what I find in the winter is I love layers, but I love layers all year round too. So I definitely think in the winter that layering is especially essential for keeping your skin hydrated and plump, and so it doesn't dry out. So then let's talk about moisturizers. So this one I'm not going to talk too much about yet because this is the 13th Beauty Heroes, the 13th hero. Remember last year they did the Kachina Buildi soap as the 13th hero, so it's like an optional box that you can buy aside from the, you know, subscription. This one will be released on Black Friday, but I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek. I don't know if you can probably figure out what it is if you are like up in the in the skincare world, if you like, you know, keep tabs on what's going on. But I've only used this once so far because I did just receive it recently. So I also will not have a full review out by the time that it gets launched, but I will hope to have one up before it sells out. But I think that this would fit and it is a good moisturizer for the winter. It's a balm, and the one time that I used it, I did find that it worked really well to hydrate and keep my skin plump. But I'll keep you guys updated on that as I use it more. But I did want to mention it because I do think it's a good one if you're looking for something, and that one's going to be released soon. But one that is available that sort of is the same. Oh, I just love this color. This one is the H's for Love Bara Balm. This one is really, really amazing, especially in the winter. I haven't used it that much since last winter, which is when I got it, because I did find it a little bit heavy in the summer, but now that we're coming back up into winter, I have pulled it back out again. So the H's for Love Bara Balm, really, really love that one. And then one that I kind of feel bad mentioning it because you have to like buy the entire set to get it. But this is the Mahalo, this is the one that I got in January. I haven't received the new set yet, but it's in the new Winter Grace collection. This was the Love Plus Coffee Balm or something, is what she called it in January, but now it's the Winter's Grace Balm. And this one is a beeswax free balm, and this one is made especially for winter and for ultra hydrating. It's made with like coffee and just lots of, I don't have the ingredient list in front of me, but lots of like ultra hydrating ingredients, and it really is a beautiful balm. But in order to get it, you have to buy the $250 Winter Grace collection, which I know is not accessible for everybody, so I did want to mention it as an option if that's something that you've been thinking about picking up or you did buy during pre-order, but it is available for purchase if you so wish. So I will leave a link for that down below, but I found that this is a really great winter moisturizer. It's sort of like the Bara Balm. It's really hydrating. It's really great for, especially most of these, well actually all of these I use at nighttime. I use different moisturizers during the day. So that was the last sort of like balm I've got. But if you want sort of a more traditional moisturizer, I've really been loving the Omni Moisture Cream by Natural Logic. This one is an amazing nighttime moisturizer. I do mix it with serums and oils to sort of like boost its properties and to make it even more hydrating and more like beneficial for my skin. But this is an amazing nighttime moisturizer, especially I think that if you've got dry skin, your skin will love this. I've got oily skin, but I find that my skin really, really responds well to hydrating products. So I've got oily combo acne prone skin, but my skin loves hydrating products. This one does have coconut oil in it, but again, like I said, I've got acne prone skin. I haven't had a problem with this. It hasn't broken me out. My skin is always like even more clear in the morning when I wake up after using this. It's smooth, it's plump, it's radiant, I just can't rave enough about the Natural Logic products, and I will be talking about a lot of them pretty soon because I've been using them for quite a long time, and they've just been like amazing for my skin. So that is the sort of more traditional nighttime moisturizer if you don't want a balm. But I do think those balms, well I know that those balms are amazing for winter especially because they're very, very hydrating. They're very, very moisturizing and nourishing, and they're great. So lastly, what I've got are body and sort of all-purpose products. So let's start with body. I've got one like body cleanser type product, and it is the Moroccan Rose Buildi soap, or either any of the Buildi soap formulas. They have the eucalyptus scent, and they've gotten rolly now. But I have been using this a lot recently. I am about halfway through, I think, and this is the one from last year. I've got so many body products that some stuff just like sits there for a little while, but I've been using it a lot recently, and especially for shaving. I don't have time to do the whole hammam, I think it is. It's like the cleansing ritual or the exfoliating ritual where you like leave it on your body for 10 minutes while it steams in the shower, and then you know, like massage it off with a mitt. I don't have time to do that every time I take a shower, or even that often. I haven't done it in a while. But what I found that I especially like using this for is shaving my legs. I usually just use like a regular bar of soap, and that's the soap that I use is pretty moisturizing, but this is even more moisturizing. It makes my legs super smooth and hydrated. I do put like oils and balms on top of this after I get out of the shower. I find that it's not enough, you know, to just use this and then like, you know, get away with not using a balm or anything like that, but that's what I've been loving for the shower. So post-shower, I've got two balms that I've been loving, and then one product that I love to add to my oils. You know what, I'll talk about that one since I've already talked about it, but it's the Old Orchard No. 20 Aqua Emulsion. I use this with every body oil that I use. I've found that I can't use body oils anymore without using this because this just, it like boosts every body oil that I've got. It keeps my skin extra hydrated. I don't find that it dries out during the day like sometimes it can with the body oil I found. My legs are super smooth. It sinks in so much quicker. So I mean, it's like an extra thing to add to like your body oils, but I just can't use body oils on their own anymore. I always use them with this. So if you find that you don't like body oils that much, maybe try this. And you've got a bunch of body oils that you need to use up. Purchase this and then try them. I use like 3 pumps of this with like 3 to 5 pumps of a body oil, like per leg or per body part or whatever. And it works amazingly well. I just absolutely love it for my body. So if you prefer balms, there's 2 that I've been loving especially. I love the H is for Love KINU that came in the most recent Swallow box again. It does have some glitter particles in it. I don't find it to be super obnoxious. It doesn't rub off on everything. It just sort of like leaves a nice like shimmer to your skin. So I love that one. It's not totally released yet, but I know that she's working on it, so I think it will be released soon. But if you were a subscriber to Swallow, you did get a sneak peek of that because it was included in that box, and I love that one. One also, if you don't like glitter, one that I love if you're like strictly opposed to glitter, like no glitter at all anywhere near any of your products, is the Laurel Body Balm, the Smooth Body Balm. I really have been liking this one as well. I do only have like a little trial size, but I definitely would pick up a full size of this. It smells amazing. It absorbs super quickly, especially for a balm, and I find that I really like it. Both of these balms do contain beeswax, but one body balm or like body butter that I do like that is vegan is, again, the Clean Living collection, or it's now Treat Yourself Body Ink or Treat Body Ink. I forget exactly what it's called, but I do like that body butter, but I do find that goes off rather quickly actually. I had, one is in my empties that it grew mold and I had to throw it away, and I didn't have it for, not a terribly long time. I mean, I bought it last winter, so I guess it's about a year. Or maybe I bought it earlier this year, I can't really remember exactly. I do prefer these balms, I think. I do like that one, but it went off a little bit quicker than I would, like. Okay, so then the last 3 are sort of like all-purpose products. These are things that you can use on your face, but I prefer to use them for things like dry, chapped hands. If you've got, dry areas of your body that you don't want to use like a full lotion on, you just want to carry around like a balm or something like that. These are the 3 that I really like and I think are super healing and super hydrating. So again, you can't use them on your face, but they're multi-purpose, so you can use them anywhere on your body that you've got issues. So one is the Chia Waterless Wonder Balm. This is the limited edition scent that came in the Chia Beauty Heroes box in January. I did grab a couple more of these from the Beauty Heroes table at the IB in LA, so I love this one. I love the limited edition scent. I wish this one was still available. I think the regular scent is like orange. I don't have a full size of their like regular scent, but I do still like the formula because the formula of it is the same. It's just the scent is a little bit different. But I do really love this one, especially these little sizes. I know that the full size is 2 ounces, so it's a bit bigger of a container, but I do love this for like the eczema on my hands. So again, it'd be really great to sort of like keep in your purse or your bag or whatever for like dry, chapped skin. And then 2 others that are in that the same sort of category. I've got the Laurel Healing Balm, which again, I think she's changing the name of this. I think the Healing Balm is going to be called something else now, but I'm not sure what or when she's changing it. But this is another sort of all-purpose product. It's great for the face. It's great for any part of your body where there's irritation or scars or cuts or burns or anything like that. I used this on Oliver when he got scratched by the cats. He's always getting scratched by the cats. He's always getting scratched by the cats, so I'm like always rubbing this stuff on him. And then Gilbert had a pretty bad burn. He burned himself with some hot water. And it doesn't do anything for scars. I mean, it doesn't fade the scars I've found, but it heals pretty quickly. His burn did heal very quickly, but it did scar. So this is a very healing balm, as the name suggests. The things that we put this on heal very quickly when using this. So I thought it could be like a natural alternative to like Neosporin or something like that, but it's not exactly like Neosporin, but it will help accelerate healing. So the last product that I've got that's in that sort of like multi-use wheelhouse is the Holly Beth Organic Skin Therapy. This is just made with camellia seed, prickly pear oil, beeswax, lavender, and lime oil, and it's another multi-use, another multi-use balm that you can use on any part of your body. Again, I use this on my hands all the time, especially when they're like dry and chapped. I do find that my hands are the worst, I think for everybody, because we use, you know, we're using our hands all day long and we're like washing our hands, and sometimes we're not always like at home where we can use the best soap or whatever. So our hands do get more chapped and dry than like any other part of our body. So this has been working really great on my hands, as has the healing balm and the waterless wonder balm. So it just sort of depends on, I think, I don't know exactly the price of all three of those offhand. I'm pretty sure the waterless wonder balm is like $42 full price, but I don't offhand know the other two. But I think there's one for like every budget. But those are good things to sort of like keep around in your bag, and you can use like as you're out and about. You know, even on the babies, they're good too. Like if they get like a scrape or something like that, you know, rub one of those on them and it will help with healing and, you know, regeneration of skin, things like that. So these were all of my top winter hydrating picks for skin and, or for face and body. We had cleansers and masks and hydrosols and moisturizers and body products. And yeah, serums, things like that. So I hope that this was helpful to the person, at least the one person who asked me about winter hydrating products or moisturizers or whatever it was that you asked me about. I hope that this was even more helpful, giving you like extra tips and things that you can try over the winter for your skin. I think I really need to invest in some studio lights so I could film at night, because filming during the day is like impossible these days, especially when it gets dark by like 5 o'clock. It like, it's so hard these days. But I hope that this was not too distracting. I know that my child is very noisy. He can be very loud. He's very cute, but he's very loud and he gets all into everything. He's like been all in my bottles and things like that. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know what your top favorite winter hydrating picks are. I'd love to know. And your suggestions might also be helpful for anybody else who's reading the comments. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.